Moving on now to mission 10, the sound mixer. This, I think, is a really interesting model and is a lot of fun to work with. So we're going to start by resetting it. And in order to reset the model, we just want to make sure all three sliders are all the way down. And this one's pretty easy to set up because the sound mixer comes with a reset lever here on the back that you just rotate clockwise and counterclockwise until the levers fall. Switching to our field view, we can see that here is our left launch area. And so we're just going to move a little bit to the north, slightly to the east, and there is our sound mixer. Now, if I have some of those positions set up like that, I can just look on the back of this model to right here, and I can just raise that all the way, let it drop, and that resets my positions on my sound mixer levels. So all three sliders are completely at the bottom. That is the starting configuration for this mission. Switching back to the document, we're going to look at the scoring criteria for the sound mixer. This one is pretty straightforward to score. If a mixer slider is raised, it's worth 10 points. So all you have to do is get it up from the bottom position to a higher position, and it's worth 10 points. One thing to note, like other missions where this has been true, team equipment may not be touching the sound mixer or sliders at the end of the match. And this is very specific. It says the sound mixer at all. So this is another one that I would not save for the end in case your robot runs out of time. You don't want to be touching this with the robot or other equipment at the end of the match because you will unscore it for yourself. So there are 3 sliders and you can raise each slider. So this mission is worth a total of 30 points. Looking back at the field view, it's pretty straightforward. Once you raise a slider up, and it does take a little bit of force when you get to its locking position, you'll see the reset lever raise, and then you can let it go. If you do the same here, the reset lever will raise a little bit and will fall. And now if I do this one, I'm getting a lot of resistance here, and that's because you can actually undo ones you've already done. So there is a safe order to do this in. So in this case, there's my order. So it looks like when I reset, I want to go right, middle, left. Does not do it. So that's not what I want. Maybe I want right, left, middle. And so that's a safe way to do it. But if you go, we'll do it again, right, left, middle, and they all stayed up. So that's a safe way to do it. If you go left, right, it undoes the left immediately. And so one thing to notice that I've picked up on when I run this is that sometimes you can raise it enough to clear out, but it doesn't raise it enough to score that one. So you can actually undo one and still not get any points. So on this one, I had to raise it to here. That did a reset, and then I have to go until that lever falls back down, and now I get my position. So this is one that I would spend a lot of time kind of playing with, just with your hands and getting a feel for to see how does it work, what are some safe positions, what are some not safe positions, how far does it have to go to actually stay in the locked position? Because like we just saw, it is possible to unscore some of these sliders. And so like we've pointed out before, matches are scored at the end of the match. So if you score one of these sliders and then do something to unscore it later, then you don't get those points. But if you get the sequencing right and you don't have equipment touching at the end of the match, then there's a possibility that you can earn 30 points out of mission 10, the sound mixer.